Have you ever really sat with yourself in silence? But like real silence, like no music, no TV, no audiobooks, podcasts, nothing in the background. Just you. I used to be the type of person that always had to have something on. Always. I couldn't sit with myself in silence. It was uncomfortable. I always had like thoughts and I was always go, go, go. And so it was like keeping my brain company having something on. Well, for the last few months, I have been trying to meditate, trying to sit in silence. I've been more cognizant of driving in my car without the music on. That's actually been really helpful. I've noticed that I've been able to decompress a lot better without things on in the background. But recently, I have been challenged to do 100 days of meditation, and I'm on day like 21 right now. Oh my goodness, I cannot imagine my life without meditating. And I only spend about 15 to 20 minutes a day. And when I first started, I had to do it with music. I had to. I had to do those like binaural beats, meditation type music, just to help guide me and like calm me. Because if not, it was like racing thoughts, racing thoughts. And I allowed myself that grace. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to do this. I'm easing my way in. And there's nothing wrong with meditating with music on, it's fine. But I would still get like racing thoughts. I still get racing thoughts. There's like no perfect, meditation time where it's like quiet and your thoughts just don't even come up. That's not the human brain. The human brain is wired to have thoughts come up. The thing about meditation is you see the thought, you acknowledge it, and you just let it go. And you don't judge it, you don't harp on it, and you don't allow that to keep going. So there are times when I first started where I would have the music, and now I just love to meditate with no music unless my brain is just constantly going. Sometimes I will have that music, like if I'm in between like meetings or if I'm like feeling really creative and a part of my cycle, I'm just like constantly go. But for the most part, if I am not listening to music and I am just sitting in silence and my brain is just loud, I will focus on my breathing. I'll focus on sounds, whether it's the air condition or the birds outside. And the whole point is to be present. It's to ground yourself so that you're not thinking of the future and you're not thinking about the past. That's what makes our brains go, right? It's just being present, grounding yourself, and just sitting in silence. Oh, it's like a vacation from the real world if you can harness into that. So it's just like when you go to work out, like you start with a little bit, you get better and better. It's the same thing with meditation, but not only is it great for those 15 to 20 minutes, but what that does is it helps to regulate your nervous system and it helps to rewire your brain so that in the day to day, when I have my kids, when I have a difficult client, when I have something happen, I don't pop off like I used to. I have really like noticed the calmness and just the thought that I give things more because I've been able to exercise that part of my brain. So anyways, I am vlogging this. I'm just sharing this because maybe one of you guys out there needs this. Start with driving without the radio on. Start with turning off music or a podcast or an audiobook when you take a shower. I'm so guilty of that. I still honestly like to listen to podcasts if I'm in the shower or something. But, I encourage you to start meditation. Maybe you do your own 100 days of meditation and just after every meditation, maybe just start with 15 minutes, start with 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And when you finish, keep a journal. I've got a journal next to my bed and just write what came up, what things you might be struggling with, what things you want changed, just write whatever came out in your meditation time. And you just dedicate a little bit of that every day. You don't have to do it first thing in the morning or right when you go to sleep. Like it could be any time. I feel like when we have a lot of rules and a lot of restrictions placed on us, we just don't, it's not sustainable. We don't stick with something. So just find 10 to 15 minutes in your daytime to just be still and good luck because it's been life-changing for me all around. So why don't you comment, share below, let me know if you meditate on the daily, how long you've been doing it, or if you want to get into meditation, what are your goals for it? I love it.